morning. We are up earlier than usual because we're headed on a longer drive than usual. We are going to try Cape Split today, and we'll update in a few. We're just passing through Brooklyn right now, and to our surprise, it's quite a lot bigger than we figured it would be. And we should be coming up on Windsor, I think, pretty soon. I think we're less than an hour away from our destination, so we'll catch up when we get a little further. It looks like that could be Gypsy.
Why would you park here? It looks like people hang out here.
Maybe they're just at the falls or something.
Yeah, like no parking all the way up here.
There must be a reason.
Yeah.
Swimming hole or something. We're just passing through Windsor now, and it looks like there's a water slide park or something. I had no idea that was there, so might have to take the kids there at some point. Looks like we're coming up on Grand Prix. It looks like beautiful, really beautiful scenery. You can see a long ways. There's a little bit of a bay or something with a little bit of a mountain overlooking it. Let's get some of the apple orchard stuff in. Just rolling into Port Williams right now. Looks like a nice little town. You find all these little things, all these little towns and places. Some of these centers are pretty big. There's quite a big population. Looks like there's lots to see and do, and I love that we're doing this so we can find this stuff out and come back another time, maybe with the kids or whatever, and do some camping and check out some of the stuff that these local places have to offer. It's funny, on the side of the Bay of Fundy, there's so many dikes everywhere. It's like we're really relying on this old school technology to make sure that everybody's property and infrastructure and everything isn't just completely flooded at some point.
Turn left onto North Avenue, Nova Scotia 358 North.
We're just passing through Canning right now. It's quite hilly and very similar to other places I've been in previous videos that I've done. It is quite beautiful. There's some small mountain looking areas and lots of vineyards, lots of orchards and stuff all along here. It's definitely worth just a nice drive at some point, even if you're not planning on doing any hiking. You'd think a place called Look Off, I'd be more prepared.
Little mini pet thing over there.
I didn't even realize we got this high. That's cool. We're coming up on Scotts Bay now. We're almost on our drive to the Cape Split trailhead. I'm getting pretty excited because you can tell that the sights we're going to see at Cape Split are going to be amazing. Just a little further into Scotts Bay now. We're getting really close to the Cape Split trailhead, just a couple minutes away from it. I just kind of came to a crawl here because it looks like it's kind of a little bit of cottage territory or something. Alright, so we're just starting out at the Cape Split trailhead. There's a couple different trails you can take, but this one just shows the one. A couple warning signs. Looks like it should be a hiking trail. It's like the most cliche looking hiking trail I've ever seen. We just came to a trail marker. There should be an adjacent trail that goes to the Amethyst Cove. It really depends on the tide, but that is somewhere that we would like to to check out if we did have the time. It really depends on how long this walk takes, but it might be. Why would you do that?
What?
Why would you throw your bottle on the trail? We're roughly 25 minutes into the hike. There's another danger you may die sign, and there is a couple more outhouses. So if you're planning that trip with some kids or whatever that are a little older that can do the hike, there's rest stops on the way. So that's some good information to know. My feet are numb.
What?
My feet are numb.
Really?
Yeah. It's 11 now, and I'd say we're almost halfway. So that's 45 minutes. That's an hour and a half. Hour and a half both ways, 3 hours. What?
Don't put me in it without passport.
I know, you keep getting...
Or else I'm gonna sue you.
Oh.
I keep getting in front of you because you're so slow.
I'm setting this up to take video.
You should just put a GoPro on your head.
So check my map soon. Next time you see one of those marker things, just let me know in case I don't see it. So we're just a little over halfway. Actually, we're more like 3/4 of the way along. And just keep my eye out for a trail marker to get down to, I think it's called Rock Cove. On Trails Peak, they call it the pinnacles of Cape Split. It's where you can walk down to the cliffs, down to the beach. So since we severely overestimated how long it's going to take to do this, we're going to go down to the beach and get a good view from down there. This is pretty neat. This is like a tree, I guess, where you're supposed to carve your name or something. I don't know. Trump. Hiking vlog is no place to be political. Alright, we're just following a trail into what I think is the marker down to the beach. We'll do an update in a sec to see where we get. They just have like super spiders. Alright. It's a little side trail. Definitely is a lot narrower than what you would think of kind of hiking through the woods. Just enough of a trail to let you know where to go. There's some thorns, spider webs. I sound like a real outdoorsman. Anyway, there's red flagging tape on the way down. A couple spots I had to look for a second guess and saw the flagging tape on a tree. So you can see the water now. Exciting. There's a rope now though. Alright, I'm gonna turn the camera off to make this descent. Quick update. We've come across a spot where there's some ropes to make your way down. Makes me feel like Indiana Jones. Looks like a slippy slope on the way down, so I will update when we get to the bottom. Hopefully I don't have a broken lens or leg. So we made it out, Indiana Jones style, down the ropes, the cliff, Mountain of Doom. And it's beautiful. Absolutely well worth coming down here for. I'm so happy that I did. You can see the cliffs. There's some type of current or something. I don't know if that's just the tide coming in or what, but it looks kind of cool. I'll have to take a look at that in a minute. But absolutely gorgeous. So if you're down this way and you have the time, I strongly recommend looking on Trails Peak and finding the trail to follow down, because it's one thing to stand on top of the cliffs, it's a whole another to actually be able to be below them, and you get a lot more appreciation for it. We're going to walk along the beach for a little ways and see what else there is, see if there's any caves or any other sea stacks or rock formations or anything like that. We'll check in a little bit. Sandy part of the beach is definitely easier walking. It's like black sand almost. A lot darker anyway than some of the other places on the bay. Yeah, I think there's supposed to be places where the cliffs are like 300 feet high. Alright. It's a little bit of a waterfall there. And I don't know if you can tell on this camera, but as the fog kind of breaks, you can see the cliffs overlooking the bay. It's just gorgeous. But like always, we'll get a better look with the drone. And then we're going to go back up to the main trail and continue to the main look-off. So 'cause 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 'c
even do the rope yet. Just worried about my camera. Do you want to go first? Okay. Okay. I'm Indiana Jones and you're Tomb Raider. I think it's easier going up.
Yeah.
Whose idea was it to do that? Oh. Can you carry me?
What?
Can you carry me?
Alright, we're coming. I told you that it probably would be. It's windy too. All right, well that's the end of our trek to Cape Split. Unfortunately, it was too foggy and there was rabid seagulls that wanted to murder this drone, so I couldn't really get a whole lot of footage at the end of the trail, but I did get some on the beach. So, like always, please like and subscribe. If you've already subscribed to my YouTube channel, then thank you. And if you're not on YouTube, maybe take a second and share this on Facebook or something else. Till next time.